Keep an eye on it. My life has been threatened because of it, Your Majesty.
Would we know?
I hope not.
So, you had something that you wanted to discuss with us. Someone, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it time, Your Majesty,
Yes, it is.
to tell you of my
And
friend?
please feel free to
I
address the
shall.
populace.
Thank you, Your Majesties. And may I first say to Your Majesties that as a stranger to your society, I have been most impressed with the courtesy and the hospitality of the members of your subjects of your kingdom in my visit to you this day. Thank you, Your Majesties, for your invitation. I would fain speak to Your Majesties and this assembled company of the exalted service of one Rosamund, for what she hath done for an organization of which I had been a part for many years. I hope it is permissible to say Ohio Renaissance Festival in this company. I expect that. But know that I did serve for 8 years as Lord Mayor of that festival. And I do wish to inform all of you that such veracity, such attention to the truth of English history as that festival has had and especially did have for many years is due almost entirely to the tireless efforts and wit, charm, and intelligence of Rosamund. You see, not only did she serve as queen for a number of years and embodying the grace, the intelligence, and the nobility of Elizabeth in her service, so that by her very being,
She's back there with her hands.
I know, she's going to kill me for this. I will say that one of the dread experiences I had during her service as queen was to be summoned into her presence. As happens on a regular basis, if you have never sat under her tongue, try never to sit under her tongue. But to resume, even more though, in addition to embodying all that was the best of life in Tudor England, Rosamund did endeavor to teach all of us. This, of course, was not a service directly to your society, but it was a service to anyone who cares about the graceful arts and the nobility of our history, and did attract a good deal of respect and attention to such as your society. She did instruct us not only in, as is usual, the history of politics and religion, but she did also instruct us on how the people did live the daily lives, both peasantry and gentry. And she did also instruct us on the economics. In other words, everything that most of us who have been affiliated with the Ohio Renaissance Festival know about the truth of life during the reign of Elizabeth is directly attributable to the service of your Rosamund. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Drink, Rosamund, but
Try some.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you know how the Presbyterians are.
So, Rosamund.
I didn't do it, really.
Rosamund, how many groups were in the Oakland region while you were Deputy Seneschal for Oakland?
14,
14 groups. How long did you hold that position?
2 years, perhaps. And before that, you were Barony.
Over a barony with how many groups?
Including Barony.
For how many years was that?
Just 1. No, 2, excuse me.
2 years. So
And
4 years of service. You know, do these look familiar to you?
they should.
And why is that?
Because Wolfgang and Lothar made them.
And where did the money come from?
With the help of several dozen people, I raised the money. And that would be when you were 6 months pregnant, wandering around at Penzig selling raffle tickets, sitting in front of the Mid-Realm Gate, corralling anyone who had, shall I say, $1 to spare to try their luck.
With a frying pan, no doubt.
Right.
Fantasy of the frying pan.
Call that rated frying pan.
So,
I was off my feet.
and Rosamund, by any chance, have you totaled how much money you have raised through the years for Royal Travel Funds?
About $5,000 now.
$5,000.
And if you add to that the money that was raised for the regalia, close to 10. And in this time, you still found it possible to teach a group of actors. Actors, as we all know, weren't allowed to be buried in consecrated ground until the 18th century, so I'm an actor, I'm going to an acting job tonight. A group of actors about Elizabethan history, about the real Elizabethan history, not just some kind of Katharine Hepburn movie thing, right? It wasn't easy to manage.
And how many of those people have you brought into the SCA?
I have no idea.
Lost track, huh?
I really don't know.
Okay, so we have 2 years of service as regional seneschal in a region the size of the Kingdom of Trimaris.
It's bigger than Trimaris.
Yes, it is bigger than Trimaris. We have more fighters too. and then you before that you were seneschal over a barony that has more groups than some principalities.
Right. And I know you've held
You've raised over $5,000 for the crown. You've helped put together regalia for the crown. You've not jumped up from that kneeling position to throttle us for doing this to you.
But is there a point you were just...
A point. Some sort of punishment is clearly
Who said that?
Why don't we get Henry up here?
I've got something you want.
Boy, is it going to hurt when she's no longer guilty.
As long as we have her in fields he wants.
That's true. Henry's got some friends.
I do. You want me to get some for you? Where?
Right there.
I know here, Peter. I've rented 3 or 4.
Oh dear.
I'm not able to find this.
There's some out there.
Let's speed things up. Why don't we just bring the whole Order of the Pelican up?
Here, Laura, would you like a handkerchief?
Drinks? So, sorry,
Nice back.
are you comfy in our court? You having a good day? Everybody else who's done something like this to today has had a great day. What is that something we're doing?
That was we would like to place you on
For the Order of the Pelican, you're assembled. Good masters and mistresses of the Pelican, it is our will, based on your advice and the service that we have seen, that we place this fine lady on vigil for your most noble order.
to be elevated at king.
Wait for it.
Oh no, do it again.
Oh yeah!
You have our leave to start the meeting. Unless you want her as the sole object of our attention.
For Mistress Rosamund!
was in the hope that she would not figure out what was going on and make it out the door. And that's why she also has not been given the opportunity at this time to say no. She may do that during the ceremony, after all of her friends have labored on her behalf. Toil. It's good to have friends. Masters and mistresses of the Pelican and friends, you have our leave. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was so much fun.
Thank you all for your help, cooperation, and tolerance with the rather roundabout way we did that. But now I believe we have more direct business, do we not?
Their Majesties call forward Sayyid Mohammed Qasim.
Your Excellency, I believe you have business in our court.
Their Majesties call forward their most noble order of the chivalry.
That was this guy.
Noble gentlemen, is it your will that Ismail al Qasim be admitted to the Order of Chivalry this day?
Their Majesties call forward Ismail al Qasim. Looking absolutely beautiful.
He's a child of the society, Your Majesty.
Trust the right way, you still around.
Is there a royal peer who will speak on your behalf?
I Council now. It's a tradition in our kingdom as the royal peers to speak about candidates' understanding and possession of the virtue of courtesy. Fortunately for me, I don't have to make that much of a speech because Ismail possesses this virtue in great measure. In any knight, the chivalric virtues must be possessed in a generous measure. Some knights can take a particular virtue to such an extreme it can be said that they possess it to a fault. Ishmael comes about that close. It takes courtesy so far that it is in the realm of courtliness all the time. And strange to say, for a society like ours, not everyone's used to that. It's an acquired taste. The kind of courtliness that we see in a minute or two here in court, or in the hallway passing the crowns, or upon being introduced to a new person, or to a lady for the first time, Ishmael is always on. He's not just always courteous. He's not always just polite and well-mannered. He is courtly in its finest sense. Your Majesty is fond, His Majesty especially, is fond of ending the oath with vengeance. Your Majesty, brother knights, I don't think we have to worry about Ishmael with oath breaking as far as being courteous.
I too ask for the honor of speaking. Asked for the honor of speaking for you. From the moment that I met you, I was struck by your courtesy. And from the moment that I met you, that courtesy has never wavered. That is what the royal peers are asked to speak on, is courtesy. There is no way that I could possibly elaborate enough. There's nothing else that I can say. This is what it is. This is it. I know where you are from, and I know who you are. And you are courteous. Always. Is there a law to speak on behalf of my Majesty?
We're a little bit out of the moment. I am Rosamund Beauvisage, Mistress of the Order of the Laurel. And I have known Ish since he came to our Barony. Every year we have baronial championships where the ladies of our Barony choose who will be their champion for that year. Many times I have spoken on behalf of Ismail, chiefly because of the courtesy that Ismail so eloquently spoke of, so I won't repeat his words. However, I will say that I have noticed over the years that he has a fine appreciation for the arts. Exhibit A, pictures of him in my Middle Eastern garb. On a more serious note, Ish sews, tools leather, cooks, tats lace. So this gentleman is incredibly well-rounded in the arts. I want that back. I can think of few that would please me more than to see him counted as a member of the show.
Thank you, good mistress.
I will speak also as Laurel, but also as Ishmael's esteemed mother. If he were none of the things formerly mentioned, he would be by now. He asked me often how to do things. I even gave thought to apprenticing him for guard. This is my son, and he is good in the arts. He'll frown at you, but if you need him to draw you something or to try his hand at painting and illumination, ask him. He'll do it, I promise. I really think you are making a wise decision.
Thank you very much.
Is there a Pelican to speak of Ishmael's service?
Okay. I am. There's just a whole gang of us who want to talk about Ishmael. I'm William of Fairhaven, master of the Pelican, and I am here to speak on Ishmael's service. Service is a key component to our society, and it's especially important in the way that the knights can serve the kingdom and how they can help engender more service to those around them. Ishmael has the most amazing capacity for service. He came to our kingdom, a total stranger, showed up to an event, realized I was a marshal, and asked how he could become a marshal. He had been at the event maybe an hour, and he wanted to know how he could do something to help a group of people he had never met. He takes in newcomers. He has the most amazing gift of making people feel the best parts of the SCA, the things that probably almost everyone in this room can remember, that somebody early in your SCA career who held out a hand, gave you a piece of garb or armor or a glass of something to drink, or sang you a song around the campfire. This truly displays in service the absolute best our society has to offer. And Ismail al Qasim, who is my friend, who I have spoken of over many years to the knights in this order, will represent this kingdom and our society truly as one of the best.
Thank you.
And I, Viscountess Katharina, Mistress of the Order of the Pelican, am honored to speak for Ismail. I have known him for many, many years, and he has gladly served in more areas than I can probably actually remember. And he is always willing to go that extra mile, even when he doesn't feel good, even when he probably shouldn't, and help others at all times, no matter of rank or position.
Your Majesty, with permission, I will speak tonight. I have known Ismail since Drachenwald. I have stood beside him on the battlements of Penzig and 100 smaller battles. But more importantly, I stood beside him on the battlements of the true war that was fought and won on the grounds of Europe in this age. And I tell you here and I tell you now, he is a warrior to his soul, with honor and bravery. It is an honor to be numbered with him, and we should honor the dedication that he has. Representative.
I also would like to speak on I've been in the 9 years now. He's talking about
Mr. Jonathan Von Schultz, and as I hear all these people talk, they remind me of many stories and many memories that I share with Ismail and his wife and his whole family. I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for Ismail who put out his hand. He became my real first friend in Drachenwald. I was ready to go find other things to do. Because of him, I met my wife. I have the life I have now. Partially. But everything that's been said here, today I know is true.
Ismail, right mindful of your prowess on the field and responsive to the wishes of these, your peers. We are minded to make you knight. Know that to wear the belt and chain of a knight is to hold a sacred trust, that the obligations of knighthood will demand your efforts every moment of your life. A knight of the society must be respectful of all religions, never offending the faith of another. A knight must respect all those who are weak or defenseless, whether because of age, infirmity, poverty, or vow, and be steadfast in defending them. A knight must love his kingdom and his province, and fulfill most faithfully his feudal duties to his baron and his king. No, his word must be dependable beyond doubt or question. He must never flee from the face of his foes. He must be generous to all, and always and everywhere must be the champion of the right and the good. The laws of the society and the customs of the kingdom require that a knight be proud, as you have demonstrated upon the field. That a knight be courteous, as you have shown yourself to be, and these nobles, gentlemen and ladies, have attested. And that a knight be loyal to his kingdom and to his society, as you have shown yourself to be. Do you then desire to accept the burden of knighthood and swear fealty to the crown of the Middle Kingdom?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Then swear fealty and do homage to the crown of the Middle. Both. Arabella.
Your Majesty, I will bring the belt to you. And it locks to
Is there a chain for this knight to wear in token of fealty?
4 years ago, he gave me the knife. National chain. Still playing right there. Good chain.
Are there spurs?
Sure, Your Majesty. These are the lineage spurs of the Oaken region. Every knight from our region, from Sir Theodric down to myself, have worn these, and I had occasion to pass these on to His Grace Duke Sir Talamar at this past Penzing, in observance of his 20th anniversary as a knight. Sir Palomar could not be here, but he sent a letter, and with your permission, I will read it, please. Palomar writes upon to you, Ishmael. Sir Ishmael, warm greetings and congratulations on this special day. Unfortunately, I could not be here to deliver these spurs and their lineage to you personally, but family matters kept me away. Some years ago, while I traveled in Drakkenwald, we met, and you told me of your intent to move into the Oaken region. I also had an opportunity to talk with your knight, and told him I would keep an eye on your progress, and my ear open to comments about you. During that time, your progress was sure and steady, and only good comments on your fighting, chivalry, and courtesy came to my ears, something that the white belt about your waist can attest. My obligation to your knight is finished, but my obligation to you as a brother knight and a friend has just begun. We shall speak of it at the earliest opportunity. Until then, wear these spurs with their rich tradition and continue as you have thus so far. I would ask that Sir Nicholas place them on your feet on my behalf. Congratulations.
Thus His Grace Talamar gets out of reciting the entire lineage. Nicholas, can you stay up? Am I do. I will let you up. His Majesty is the one who gave him the knight. Does this work? Ishmael, bear your sword with strength, so disposing your heart to goodness, that you never use this or any other sword to injure anyone unjustly, but always use it to defend the just and the right. Bear these blows and more. Remembrance of those given and received. In remembrance of your
lineage and affiliation.
Rise, Sir Ismail al Qasim, Knight of the Society.
In consideration with our Order of the Chivalry, and after due consideration with our Order of the Chivalry, bestow on you membership in that order, to be numbered a peer of our road, with all rights, privileges, insignia, and responsibilities thereto appertaining of this rank, done by our hands and proclaimed in our court this 4th day of December, Anno Societatis 34, as a sign from the Dragon Throne in our Barony of the Flame.
Saint Alcamar, American Rule, take the honor of doing you a worthy Islamic stroll to this one with your counsel.
They are called monkeys.
Have our lead first, I think everyone is ready. Yeah. Didn't want the button, but you're still on. Stand back, man. Give me room.